If you're looking for something to do this Sunday morning, you may want to head down to Alexandria. That's where you'll find a trail dedicated to African American history, and it's just been expanded. Our Evan Kosloff joining us live right now in downtown Alexandria. Evan, we're talking about the African American Heritage Trail. What's new for people who want to check it out today?
Well, it's been expanded in a really big way. We're talking about 19 new stops starting at King Street and then going all the way down to Jones Point, which is right by the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. Let's walk a little bit because we introduced you before to these four people here that are helping walk us through this. Thank you for getting up bright and early with us. Audrey, let's start with you logistically. How long is this trail and what will people see?
Well, if you're looking at the North and the South Trail together, you're looking at over 3 miles of trail, which is wonderful. And we're down here at the waterfront where you can really get a feel with our signage that's down here for the different historical aspects of this trail, and where it stopped too for the domestic slave trade. And that is where you learn about the thousands of enslaved men, women, and children who were trafficked from Alexandria to the Deep South for a lifetime of bondage. And it's an incredible story of the perseverance of the African American people who were able to, in many cases, later survive that and then live happy and prosperous lives. But we tell you the story, the atrocities that many families dealt with in the beginning. And one of the most notorious slave firms, Franklin and Armfield, worked out of Alexandria, trafficking these men, women, and children into bondage.
And it's important that we remember that history while we're here in Alexandria enjoying the food and the drinks here, but it's important to remember that history. Let's bring in McCarthy Myers. You say you're just a citizen.
Just a citizen.
But people were joking around here that you're like basically the city historian. You wanted to bring up one of the stops, the River Queen, right?
The River Queen. The River Queen stop is significant because that's when President Lincoln, during the battle and siege of Petersburg, and went down to meet with General Grant and his generals to talk about the terms of surrender with the Confederate generals as well. So the River Queen conference at down in Hampton, Virginia. After the Civil War, the River Queen became a tour boat, which would go up and down the Potomac River during segregation days and Jim Crow days, and they would pick up the African Americans and take them on excursions and throughout the Washington region. However, early 1900, I think like about 1912 at the 7th Street Wharf, it burnt. But it has a history.
It's a long history.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting history. We're going to keep talking with you. We had plans to bring in Blake Wilson, but we've run out of time. So in our next hit, we're going to talk to you about basically a virtual tour that you could do. So if you don't want to come down in the cold to do all these stops, he's going to talk to us in about a half hour about how you could do so from home, right on the couch. Randy?
Yeah, an incredible opportunity to learn so much about Alexandria's history. Evan, thank you.